Hi, it's Elena Puntaroli and from Cascate di Luce, Cascades of Light, and this is the very first video of the first color red chapter of Education of Light. So in this video we are going to dive into the first color of Education of Light, which says the purpose of education is joy. And this is a truth that really deeply resonates within me, because when we tap into our joy, we know who we are, we express who we are, and we live a life of fulfillment. And this applies also to the teacher or educator, meaning that we cannot teach something out of a sense of obligation or frustration or stress because we lived something like that. Of course it happens, but it's very different to be aware of when I bring this in the equation, because we all remember our most passionate teachers and professors from school, because they have left really a mark. They left an impact on our life, because we have breathed their life, their passion, their inspiration flowing in the subjects that they were teaching, or in the stories, in everything they told us and then transmitted to us. And so it is so important to be aligned first, and then to take the action, whether it is the action to teach something, to say something, because out of alignment comes everything. And actually, in Abraham words, the most important knowledge that you can teach to your kids is alignment, to the broader perspective, to the inner being. And so this is really paramount, because in our society and schools we tend to make children feel bad or guilty if they don't obey to us, or if we want to give them our approval so that they can receive our love, and so we link love with approval or disapproval, which is at the very basis of a lot of mess, actually, because as children, we have all learned that if we behave well, we are good, and we can receive love. Otherwise, the opposite is true. And this is so far from the truth of who we really are. And so it's so important to self-expression and self-knowledge first, because if we don't know who we really are, and if we haven't tapped into our diamond, I like to talk in metaphors, because metaphors and symbols really speak to the soul level, so and to a deeper level than the rational level. And if I know my diamond, because I let it shine, I let it express itself, it means that I am totally in contact with my fullest potential of human being. And this is the most important thing that education can ever fulfill. And so what can we do? What can we do to support this growth of this diamond, to let this diamond shine at its best? Actually, we can give it space, because if we look at nature, when we plant seeds in the ground, they need space, because otherwise they cannot grow. They need water, so they need nutrition and light as well. The most important ingredient is love. And there have been studies in nature that in regard of the growth of seeds and plants, and plants or seeds where they have been receiving words of empowerment and powerful intentions of love and positive words, they had a much bigger and quicker growth compared to other plants or vegetables. If you like, we can take, for example, the vegetables that grows in the Findon community in Scotland. They receive so much intentions and prayers and words of empowerment that they are very big. And so the same applies to the human being, especially to the small human beings. So imagine what can happen if a small baby, even before conception, even when the parents have this baby in their dreams, just in their dreams, and they start sending him or her intentions and good words of encouragement and love. You are very loved here. We appreciate you so much. And then when this little being is growing, receive a constant support and love, love, love. So what can happen? Can happen, and that this little kid starts to really believe and feel that he's a marvelous being, that he's a being of light, that is powerful, that he has the power to create his life. And the opposite is true as well, because if we say the opposite, like you are not worthy, I don't love you, you are bad, you are this and that, with very strong negative emotions, we are going to condition this person to really live a life of unworthiness, undeservingness, because this is the very basis of life. When there is a lack of love, worthiness and deservingness are the very first symptoms of really not deserving love, because if someone has never received love, it's really hard to believe that if my parents didn't love me, how can I expect that the world, the universe, the other people, or even myself can be able to love myself? And so this is going to create something really big, and of course it's still conscious like everything, and so it's workable in life, in our adult life, but and many of us probably have experienced at least for some extent this. But what if we can create a generation of children that are feeling that they are very wanted and desired and loved since the very beginning? What could happen? So this is a question that we can keep. What if? What can we co-create together if we start giving more love, pouring more love into ourselves, into others? What is going to be the result of this? I think it's going to be amazing, and let's find out together. And there is a story of an Australian little girl that I'd like to share with you. I reported also in the book Education of Light, in the first chapter read. And it's very important because it lays out how essential is to really be sensitive to the kids' inclination, and how to create a space that is rich in different stimulus and possibilities, let's say. This little girl, she was 20 months, and she saw a canvas on the ground. The father and the mother were both artists, and he put the canvas to get ready for a new project. As soon as the little girl saw the canvas, she crawled towards the canvas and started to kiss it and roll on it. And afterwards, she got the colors and she started to paint with such an intensity that the father was just allowing it to happen because it was very beautiful to watch. Since then, the little girl continued to paint as a way of playing, though sometimes she was looking at the canvas in a very serious way. So it was like it was quite clear that was an ancient talent that she brought up in this lifetime as well. And she became the youngest professional artist in the world. But beyond that is the fact that she really enjoyed what she found and what she did. Of course, if she wasn't born in such an artistic atmosphere, she could have found out of her talent later on in life, or in a different way. But this story, I think, is nice because we can always have the possibility to find something that resonates with us if we have like a buffet of a variety of possibilities, and we have the freedom to go towards the possibilities that really enlighten up our spirit. So I think this is the purpose of education is joy, and the purpose of life is joy. This is why joy is the purpose of education, because we are here to feel good, to know ourselves, to understand the relationship, the main relationship with our inner being, and then with others and with life. And there is no age limit in this. That's why we say that education of light is for all age groups, because as long as you have a desire to know, have something else, something more, you have the desire for education, because education comes from the Latin educere, which means to carry out, to bring out, so to enlighten what is inside. And we know from physics that our cells communicate through emissions of photons, so emissions of light. And so if we have light within us, it's really going to shine a light on the colors that we each carry on in this lifetime. Because we all have special colors. We can have all the colors or a few of them, it doesn't matter. It depends on what we are bringing here as gifts and passions, aspirations and talents. But we all have something special to give and unique to give to ourselves and to the world. And so if we are able to shine this light from our diamond within, we are also able to see the beautiful colors that we carry within our field and recognize why we are here, what is our inclination, what is our path, what is that is more resonating with us. And going in that direction is really important. And so this is the end of chapter 1, the red. Of course, it's an overview. And I'll see you in the next video to talk about the orange color. Bye.